Hello and welcome to the internet, my name is JakeDragon7 and welcome to the first episode of Let's Play Freedom Planet. So yes, this is a new series that'll be happening on my channel on Mondays, replacing Super Mario Galaxy. So, Freedom Planet, this is an indie game, technically the second indie game I've Let's Played, but Shovel Knight was like a really minor temporary thing. Although I probably will be revisiting that game in the future with co-op, Plague of Shadows, and Spectre Torment, which actually should be coming to the Wii U very soon. I'm gonna be fucking addicted to that. I can't wait. But yes, Freedom Planet. This is an indie game that was heavily inspired by the classic Sonic games. I feel like you don't too often see Genesis indie games. I feel like it's usually like SNES or NES. But yes, this is a very, very interesting indie game. It's quite fun. It kicks my ass hardcore. I will not deny that. And it also tries some things that not too many other indie games of this type do try. Mostly the fact that it tries to have a sort of in-depth-ish story, but it kind of takes the Dreamcast Sonic approach, where there's a lot of cringy voice acting and the story kind of feels slightly pointless. Now, I will be playing through this game with each of the three playable characters, Lilac, Carol, and Mila, in that order, since that's, I think, the order most people tackle it. I'll be playing Lilac on Adventure Mode, and then the other two I'll just play on Classic Mode. Adventure Mode has the cutscenes and the story in place. I won't be talking during the cutscenes, but feel free to skip. I will put the timestamps if you want to skip them. There's not really much to the story. It's pretty basic, and I will admit the voice acting is a little cringy. Alright, I'll just let this start, and then I'll talk more about the game when we get into the first level.
Be Little Miss Hero Pants some other time? Not a chance! Fine, I'll go by myself. Yes!
Alright, so that admittedly wasn't too bad, but I will. Some of the later cutscenes are not quite as forgiving, I suppose. Not to harp on the game too much when we're just getting started. So yes, as you can see, Lilac, very much, actually, I don't know how to, can she do that? I did play through this level with Lilac, however, because, as you saw, I do have files for the other two characters, just because I had never played through their stories before deciding to Let's Play this. I'd only ever played it through Lilac's. So, with Lilac, you have this attack that you can use both on the ground and in the air. If you press jump again while you're in the air, you can do the cyclone attack. That serves sort of like an extra jump, and of course there's also little things on both sides. Like in Sonic, you do run up slopes automatically, just have to make sure you have a little bit of speed. Yeah, what else? If you press any of the shoulder buttons, keep in mind I am playing this on the Wii U, so for me that's LR and the Z buttons. She does that dash attack, which is also basically your spin attack. It's very useful for platforming and for combat. This takes a bit of charge, and it does take a bit of time to charge back up. And then there's also one more thing she has in her kit. I'm calling it a kit, it's not really. She has a little down angled attack like that, and an up angled one that sends her upward. So yeah, that's just pressing down and up on the control stick, and your attack button, which in my case is Y. So yeah, Lilac, very simple character, there's not too much to really explain, not too much to get used to. Just good old fast-paced platforming fun. She is very much the Sonic-esque character of the game. The other two characters, Carol is I suppose a little bit more. I wouldn't even call her too much like Tails. I suppose she's kind of her own thing. If anything, she's probably more like Knuckles. She's kind of like Knuckles and Tails mixed in a way, although obviously I'll be talking more about her when I get to her story. And Mila is Mila. I only just started playing through her last night, actually. You're probably wondering why I'm waiting so long. I will explain that in a sec. But yeah, like her gameplay is really weird. But again, of course I'll be talking more about them when I get to them. I am actually starting to record this about 2 weeks before I'm going to upload it, just so I can figure out how I want to, what I want to do with the borders for this, since I do usually do that for my main Let's Plays. And I did kind of, not do that for Shovel Knight, and I may keep it really low-key for this game. Really depends. There is a bit of extra space on the side, which is what happened with Mario Galaxy and Skyward Sword. So some stuff I might have to crop, or just, reposition, I guess. Yeah. Always you can see the series Mondays. I probably won't be... Now, hopefully, I won't be taking breaks between each character's story, but there may be times when I have to go on brief hiatuses, just for other reasons. Obviously, it's happened with my other series. Overall, this series should... Now, the way I plan on taking this series is that I will be tackling one episode for video. Again, another thing about her, like, spin attack is that when you're in the air, you can angle it in any direction. Right, this part. Fuck. The problem with it is that you have to have a fully charged. Like, that's kind of annoying if you try to combo with a spin. But whatever. Anyway, though. Yeah, so... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I will be tackling one episode for video. Now, this level is admittedly pretty short. It usually only takes about 10 minutes. However, the later the later levels can take about 20 minutes. So, that's why I'll be doing it one level at a time. So this episode will be pretty short, but again, the future ones will not be quite as short. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, one other thing I want to point out about this game is that, of course, the soundtrack, pretty damn good. Again, it's a bit different than other indie game soundtracks because it's more Genesis-esque, instead of the more NES or SNES styled soundtracks that you may be a bit more used to, hearing from indie platformers. But I have to admit, Freedom Planet's soundtrack, having no trouble saying that for whatever reason, is quite good. I do recommend listening to it, especially this song from one of the later levels in the game, Thermal Bass. Oh, I love that song so much, especially the first version. Each level is split into... It's usually split into two parts, and each part does have its own variant on the song. Kind of like how it is in the Sonic Colors. What fuck? Yeah, it's kind of like how it is... Oh, never mind, it's auto-scrolling. Oh, right, this is the mini-boss. So yeah, it is quite cool. Obviously, in Sonic Colors, it's usually the same song throughout the entirety of a level, but throughout different levels in a world, there are different variants of the song. You can see... Sometimes there is quite a bit of variance within the two songs as well. What's he gonna say, though? Oh yeah, each level also has a, at least one mini-boss and a main boss. This being the first level, there's only that one mini-boss, and it's not even really that difficult. But some of the later bosses, like, the bosses, in my opinion, are the hardest part of this game. Some of the later bosses... When I said this game kicked my ass, I'm mainly referring to the bosses, like the later bosses. They're extremely difficult for me for whatever reason. I always do that. Whatever, it's not like I'm really missing too much. Also, I will definitely not be trying to 100% this game by any stretch. I'm just going to be playing through it and having a bit of fun. Although, of course, the fact that I will be playing through each character's stories will give the series quite a bit to go through. It'll give it some time to, settle in and be its own thing. So that'll be pretty fun. And like I said, I'll be playing through classics, so there won't be cutscenes to sit through for the other two characters. And either way, as you saw, you can't do adventure mode for Mila, which kind of makes sense. As you'll see with the later cutscenes, it does make sense why they do that for her. Okay, though. Let's see, we have a bit of underwater here. Actually, no, I think I'm supposed to go up. Right? Trying to remember this section. This section always kind of confuses me for whatever reason. Probably because I'm bad at games. Hey! Oh, fuck, wait, no. Or not. Or not. That works too. Yeah. No, there is something... You're supposed to go up and hit something, I remember. Might as well grab that while I'm up here. Perhaps if I stay on this trail. Nope, maybe not. Okay, that's fun. Okay, wait, this. Crap. Not quite enough to do the cyclone. Yeah, it can take a bit of getting used to the feel of Lilac, because she isn't exactly like a Sonic character. Like, obviously, yeah, a lot of the look especially, like, it's very, very Sonic-esque. But her particular abilities don't really match anything seen in classic Sonic. So if you're expecting just a raw, like, Sonic experience, it is a little bit more complicated than that. Because keep in mind, this isn't quite mentioned yet, but Lilac's actually supposed to be a dragon. I mean, her character design is pretty cool. It is a little Sonic-esque, well, yeah, obviously, but it's alright. Although, if anyone's seen the design they gave for her for the upcoming sequel for this game, it is quite a bit better. I think generally people would agree it's a bit better. Although, obviously, this is what I'm used to, because I haven't been keeping up with Freedom Planet 2 too much, although I'm sure as hell we'll be playing it when it comes out, because this game's pretty good, and I'm sure the sequel will have quite a bit more fun and challenge to offer. Okay, though. So, yeah. Well, the thing about her spin that takes a bit of getting used to is that it bounces off of walls, so I have to be a bit careful about that. Rolling around at the beat of sound. Hey, alright, yeah. But here, especially, this especially is like Sonic just to a T. Obviously, you will hear me mention Sonic a lot in this series, probably, but again, it is a Sonic-inspired indie game, so it shouldn't be too surprising, and it is very fitting. Trying to take those out. Yeah, this boss isn't... I'm pretty sure I may have actually admittedly died to this once the first time I played the game, potentially. If not, I almost did, because I really sucked at this game when I first started playing. But yeah, this boss really isn't that difficult, again, especially after playing through the other two characters' stories a bit, and fighting against the bosses in like the late game bosses for them. Because, man, they can get pretty difficult. Like, another thing is that I know some of you might be thinking that, it's like they're gonna be the same game 3 times. It actually isn't entirely true, because each character does have a different list of levels that they play through. It does actually change, depending on who you're playing as. So yeah. Anyway, though, that is going to about wrap up this episode. Let's play.
How many chasers are left?
You didn't say please.
Don't play games with me, duckling. Tell me.
Fine, be that way.
Shah! Where's that blasted snake mount? I guess we'll have to do this the hard way. I can do this all day. What is this hideous creature?
Stay back!
Oh no! The Duckman comes with me!
I'm not gonna let you eat him!
What? What the? Too easy.
Whoa, that was a close one. Thank you, Miss Lilac.
Are you okay? I saw a huge explosion back. You've been following me this whole time, haven't you? Duh.
I take it you know this guy.
Girl.
This girl.
She's like my tail, always right behind me. Carol the Wildcat, at your service. And this is Lilac.
Well, I'm Torque. I'm a shell duck.
Shell duck?
It's more of a nickname. I'm not exactly from around here.
So what are you doing out here? The skies haven't been safe for days.
Someone is about to steal the Kingdom Stone, and I have to stop them.
The Kingdom Stone? That's impossible. Yeah, only I could steal it. You wish.
Well, it's already happening. Marizawa's sending troops in disguise to the ancient temple. I have to warn them.
Carol and I are pretty fast. We could run over there for you.
Seriously?
Yup, I've got a motorcycle and she's a dragon. They're like super fast. Darn straight.
Well, it's worth a shot. Hurry over there before it's too late.
What about you?
I'll catch up with you as soon as I find all my stuff.
Right. Come on, Carol. General Gong!
You two again?
It's nice to see you, too.
We have to talk to you. The Kingdom Stone is in danger.
Don't be ridiculous. Nothing gets past my nose.
Will you just listen for a minute?
What is the meaning of this?
We mean no disrespect. We're just
You
trying
heard
to...
what the General said. There's nothing to worry about.
But...
Don't make me repeat myself.
Well, they sound like they know what they're doing. Why don't we just charge up and go home, huh? What do you say?
I don't know. I feel like they're hiding something from us.
It's an ambush!
Follow me!
We'll be tackling this next episode of Let's Play Freedom Planet, so I suppose we'll be ending each episode with a cutscene. Yay for cliffhangers. So yeah, I hope you all managed to find some form of enjoyment out of today's episode. If you did, perhaps consider leaving a like, and maybe even subscribing to the rest of the series. Of course, we've only just gotten started. So, here we all have a nice day, and I hope to see you all in the future. Bye.